Okay, so this fanfic is going to be one, like, I've read it all the way through. It made me cry. It made me cry so many times. It made me cry. At the start, it's like fluff, but it makes you cry. It makes you cry, and it's so sad. So I want to share it with you guys because it's such a good one. So that's what we're doing here today. So I will be reading 2 chapters today. And then if we get, let's say, 20 likes on this, I'll do another 2. Well, I'm going to continue it anyways just for me so I can have it. But if you guys don't want it, then frickin' I won't post it. Anyways, let's get on with the story. Red Ribbons, Chapter 1, Third Person POV. No balls, you won't go in there, Kaminari. A black-haired male shouted at his blonde friend, pushing him towards the entrance of the forest. The blonde, idiotic friend, called Kaminari, furrowed his brow and whined. Why don't you go in? Because I'm not the one who's scared to go in. A girl with pink hair named Mina came up from behind and slapped the blonde boy's back. Come on, Danky, just go in. It's not that scary. Kaminari shot her a glare and mumbled. Yeah, you say that 'cause you're not the one that got dared to go in. Don't be a pussy, Pikachu. Bakugo rolled his eyes and shuffled his hands into his pocket. Just say you're a big chicken and we can leave. With puffed cheeks, Kaminari yelled out, But I'm not a chicken! No, sorry, Bakugo smirked. You're just a big pussy. Shiro wrapped his arms around Bakugo's neck and smirked. Come on, just go in there for a couple of minutes, then come out. Prove to everyone you aren't a chicken like Blasty says. Bakugo angrily removed Shiro's arm and went to stand next to a certain redhead. Mia gave Kaminari a bright smile. We'll wait for you here. Don't get lost, my love. While they were all cackling, Kaminari balled his hands into a fist and took one final betraying look towards the group. Without another word, he sprinted in towards the terrifying forest. Everyone stared in shock and looked at one another. Kaminari, the redhead, watched and let out a sigh. He really went in. Running for quite a while, Kaminari had ran out of breath. He placed his hands on the bark of a tree and bent down a bit, trying to catch his breath. Already being inside the forest, Kaminari decided to look around and see why everyone was so afraid of the forest. It wasn't even that scary. Crunching oak leaves and loud cricket sounds were the only things that Kaminari heard so far. It was the peak midnight when temperature started to go south and the wind started fanning the young boy. The wind blew the back of Kaminari's neck, sending an electrical tingle down his spine. Wow, the breeze feels nice. A few minutes have passed by, more like 40 or so, and the forest hadn't shown a single sign of scary things that the blonde boy could see. Because of this, Kaminari started to walk more confidently, and he grinned to himself. Geez, those bastards were lying. This calming-ass living forest doesn't deserve the name Forest of the Dead. If people who came in here died, how am I still alive? A long and loud howl rang throughout Kaminari's ears. His body tensed up, and he quickly stood up straight. Kaminari looked around and saw nothing but darkness and only a few rocks, also a decomposing tree trunk that the light of the moon illuminated. Calm down, Danky, Kaminari whispered to himself. He started walking back slowly. He shook his head and mentally slapped his silly ass. It's probably miles away from you. I mean, this forest is pretty big. There's nothing to be afraid of. A twig snapped behind Kaminari, and he heard a low and deep growl. Kaminari's eyes went wide as the blood circulating through his heart had stopped for a second. Slowly turning his head, he made eye contact with bright, yellow, golden, terrorizing eyes. These eyes shone even more of a threatening look than Bakugo's red, piercing ones. A shiver went down the boy's spine as he swore he almost shit his pants right then and there. Why did I fucking jinx myself? Kaminari took in one long breath and wasted no time. He started running for his life. Once he ran, the wolves who were behind him trailed right after him. The blonde ran past branches, scraping his palms and his hands as he tried to move them out of the way. The sweet scent of Kaminari's blood went through the wolves' nostrils, making them more hungry. He was running, Kaminari was running, but there was one problem. Kaminari doesn't have much stamina, and the wolves are built-in stamina machines. Sadly, Kaminari was truly fucked. The wolves were catching up to him, all on either side of the blonde. One of them caught up to him quickly, and to slow the blonde down, he ended up biting on Kaminari's jacket. Oh my Jesus! Kaminari flapped his arms in an attempt to shake the animal off. Let go! He became pissed, and with adrenaline and his stupid mind, he took off the jacket, swinging the fabric along with the wolf into who knows where. When twisting his body to throw his jacket, he didn't notice the log that was growing on the floor. Kaminari turned and instantly tripped over the log and fell on the floor. Rolling to the side, he got up rather quickly and tripped once again, and this time falling off a cliff. Fuck my life! Guys, I'm scared, Mina said jokingly. Everyone had been pacing back and forth, worried for their friend. Kirishima had suggested going in, but they were all either too afraid or wanted to wait to see if Kaminari would come back. It's been an hour and he's still not back. What if he got lost? Or worse, what if he's... Pikachu is not fucking dead, Raccoon Eyes, Bakugo growled. That fucker is probably just playing a prank on us and wants us to go in to only scare us. Shiro got up and tossed a rock into the forest. Fuck, he cursed. Mina started at him, slowly frowning. This is all my fault. If only I hadn't dared him. Shut up, Kirishima yelled, walking towards Shiro and Mina stood. Getting in front of Shiro, Kirishima slapped him. Kaminari is alive and it's not your fault. Now let's stop being wusses and go and find him. Shiro stared at his red-headed friend for a moment and then turned his head to look at the ground sheepishly. Mina ran towards him and looked at him worriedly. Bakugo scoffed and turned his head. Placing his hand on his knee, he stood up and looked at his group. Let's go look for Dunceface. Lifting his dirt-covered face, Kaminari cursed under his breath. I fucking take it back. What I said. This fucking forest does deserve the name. Slowly, getting up, Kaminari wiped the dirt and leaves that were on his clothes off. He looked up and saw that the wolves had already left, probably thinking that the boy went splat. I need to get out of here, Kaminari said, scanning the area for a new path. Where's the way back? Something had captured the blonde's eye. In the distance, on top of a hill, there was a castle. Kaminari stared at it and rubbed his arms together. I better check that out. Maybe they know how to get the hell out of here. And that was chapter 1 of Red Ribbons. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys want me to continue this, as I said before, I will only post it if you want me to. I will link the author's account in my bio on this video. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!